From the School of Communication and Media, in Studio A on Montclair State's campus, the Red Hawk Sports Network's #1 trivia show, RHSN The Show. And here's your host, Vincent Pacone.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another rendition of RHSN The Show, the Red Hawks Network and Montclair State's best and only trivia show that will test the knowledge of our own Red Hawks. I'm your host, No, I'm not Vincent. I'm Thomas Gaffney Jr. hosting a very special episode for the very first time. The last time we had the dance team, and we are continuing the stretch of club teams here at Montclair State, and we have the men's volleyball team. We have Jimmy, Alex, and Nick. Thank you guys for coming on today.
Of course.
Thank you guys for having us.
You're welcome.
Proud to be here.
There will be 4 rounds. Let's get in the rules real quick before we start anything. There's going to be 4 rounds. Each round has a different category. The points range from 25 to 100. Each round is a different amount of points. If you get a question wrong, someone else can jump in and steal. So make sure you be careful with the point totals and what you try to answer. After 4 rounds, the final question, you're going to wager all points, or you're going to wager some points, or you can wager none points at all, so that you can potentially try to jump over and win the thing, and win an RHSN the show T-shirt. But let's get right into it. I know you guys are eager to start, but let's see if you guys can spike in some points like you do out there on the volleyball court. The first category is This Week in MSU Sports. Let's get right into it. The baseball team, question 1. The baseball team just played a round robin this weekend. Who hit 2 home runs for the Red Hawks?
Nick Fernandez.
I unfortunately did not, as I play for the club volleyball team.
That question is wrong, unfortunately. Nick just said that he plays for the club volleyball team. Anyone want to steal?
Joey Nolan.
That is incorrect as well. Nick, you have an answer?
If I answer incorrectly, I lose points.
Yes,
so
you
I can
do.
hold off on answering.
Yes,
right?
you can hold off on answering.
I'll hold off.
All right.
Scoreboard.
The correct answer was Chase Fisher. He had 2 home runs. He had 1 against Franklin and Marshall, or Christopher Newport, and he had 1 against Leslie College.
Good work, Chase. That's how it's done.
It is. And then let's go into question 2. What swimmer from the women's swimming and diving team just competed in the NCAA championship meet this past weekend? Very iconic swimmer.
There you go, Michael Fisher.
Michael Fisher is wrong.
I heard iconic. I was thinking Michael Phelps. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Michelle Fisher. That's my advisor for the sports administration program, actually. Shout out to
Michelle
her.
Fisher is also wrong.
No one else.
The correct answer is Rourke Peralta. Rourke Peralta.
Sorry, Rourke.
Let's go into question 3. The men's lacrosse team just recently lost on Saturday. This one may be easier. Which snapped a how many game win streak?
6-game win streak.
That is correct. Alex gets on the board
I see you.
with 6. First question right. Let's go into question 4, the last one of this round. Where did the women's lacrosse team take a spring break trip to play 2 games against UMass Dartmouth and Western New England?
Puerto Rico.
Where in Puerto Rico?
San Juan.
There you go.
Let's
Correct.
go. Let's go.
Nick got the
Never.
second question. And we're going right into our second category. Now, question 1. Who is about to break Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record in the NHL?
Sidney
Alex.
Crosby.
That is wrong.
Alex Ovechkin.
Alex Ovechkin is right. Jimmy gets on the board. And for question 2, moving on, who in the NBA is top 3 in points, assists, and rebounds and could potentially win his 4th MVP?
Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic is correct. Jimmy, back-to-back answers correct for Jimmy. And now for question 3 in this round, the NFL draft is in a few weeks. Who owns the first overall pick of this year's draft?
Tennessee
Alex.
Titans.
And that is correct. Alex gets on the board again there. Nick, what's going on? You can't answer anything.
They got me in Major League Sports.
your
I'm waiting for the
Alzheimer's is
volleyball.
acting
I'm waiting
up,
for volleyball.
You're waiting for the volleyball.
Yeah.
Just wait up.
That's the most points.
Question 4. The USA men's soccer team recently lost in the Nations League and won't play in the final for the very first time ever. Who did they lose to?
Panama.
Panama is correct. Jimmy
Jeez.
completely dominated this round. We're going to get the points total coming up right now. But before we have the points, Jimmy has 125. Alex has 0. And Nick has 0. Which I guess that works out for you, not answering any questions. kind of now put you still tied with Alex. But before we get into the third round, I want to get to know you guys a little bit. I want the audience to get to know you guys a little bit. So Jimmy, you guys are all on the men's club volleyball team. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and potentially what position you play as well?
So my name is Jimmy Valderrama. I'm a sophomore. I currently play on the men's club volleyball team the past 2 years now. I'm a sophomore. I said that already, but I'm an outside hitter, and it's one of the most like dominant positions in volleyball, only because you do a lot of the stuff, blocking, hitting, and whatever. I'm not saying it's the most important, but it's very useful out there in the court.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your favorite thing about volleyball?
I just love hitting. That's why they could argue, but I'm pretty much the best hitter on the team. I'm not gonna lie. I bounce every ball, and it's just it's pretty fun out there.
All right, Alex, he says he's the best hitter. Is he the best hitter on the team?
I'd say he's up there, but being a setter as I am, he's nothing without me. So without my ability to set, he can't really hit the ball that well. But I will say he's up there. He's also a very good passer. You forgot to mention that. You're a good passer, man.
Appreciate it.
You're a good passer. And it's my first semester on the volleyball team. Excited to be here. Excited to meet new people.
So Jimmy, how good of a passer is Alex?
Well, he doesn't really pass. He just sets.
You're a
But
setter.
our last tournament we had, I won't lie, I don't know if it's because I brought my girl to the game or he was my setter, but I played probably the best I've ever played in my life. So
You know.
it's all to him.
All to Alex. Alex, so as a setter, like what is the difficulties that you have kind of playing as a setter in volleyball?
My biggest difficulty is probably when Nick Fernandez is in the back row. because my whole setting ability depends on how good the pass is. And I won't lie, as a team, we've been struggling with the passing a little bit, but I'm sure we'll get better, and I'm sure we're gonna do great things.
So Nick, you're the back? You're in the back.
No, I'm also an outside hitter.
You're also an outside hitter.
I'm an outside hitter. Outside hitter plays front row, and they
Okay.
also pass.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
if you ask me personally, I think I'm top 5 in passing. I don't know what the latter think,
Forgot to mention left bench, pal.
in left bench as well, I guess.
So they call you Unk over here too. So like.
I'm 2 years
You said-
older than them, and they call me Unk. I don't really know where that comes from. I think it might just be because I'm a little bit more mature and wise.
Whatever
and
that
they're
means.
you see how they are. You don't need me to explain it.
When you're
But,
born in the 1900s, I'd say the same thing.
I've been on the team, even though I'm a graduate student, I've been on the team for the last 3 years. And honestly, just playing club here at volleyball, even though it's not as super competitive, it made me fall in love with the game, and I realized that maybe I want to pursue a potential career in it down the line.
One last thing. You were talking about drip coming in here. You should have dressed up, but I just want to talk about Alex's Crocs
Yeah.
here. I love the Pokemon Crocs. I don't know if you guys could go down and look at them. Love them.
There we go.
What was the choice of the Pokemon Crocs here today?
Well, so I'm going to be honest. This was kind of brought onto us last minute, and I was excited to show up, but I usually wear these before practice because I don't want to wear my shoes around when I'm coming to practice later on. So I just thought I'd wear these for today and show off
I think what he was trying to ask is, like, how passionate are you about Pokemon?
Oh,
like,
very.
Maybe what's your
very.
favorite Pokemon?
Ladies,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
let's calm down, whoever's watching. I know you guys like Pokemon very much, but yeah.
What's your favorite Pokemon? Let's hear it.
Emolga.
Emolga.
Yes.
That is a crazy pull.
Very crazy
That
take.
is a crazy pull.
What's yours, buddy?
I have
Nobody
a
asked.
bunch.
Jimmy, what's
All
yours?
right.
Oh, that ass?
Yeah, sure.
Squirtle.
Squirtle. All right, we're gonna get right back to the game now.
I can't say mine.
What is yours? Real quick.
Luxray. It's Luxray.
Luxray,
If you know,
okay.
you know.
Yeah, that is a generic Pokemon in Gen 3. I'm sorry.
He doesn't
Gen
know.
4.
He doesn't know. Stick to sports.
I don't. All right.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
All right, we're gonna get right back into it. Round 3 is March Madness. I don't know. This is professionals. This is the college basketball tournament that's going on right now. And let's start the craziness in this round. We're gonna get right into it. Question 1: Who has the most NCAA tournament wins of all time?
I'd like to say UCLA.
That is correct. Alex now has positive points.
Indeed.
It goes up to 0.
Catch up, pal.
Now, question 2: UConn's men's basketball has won the last 2 NCAA championships. Who is their head coach that led them to success?
Hey, question wasn't done.
Question was not done. I'm gonna give it to Jimmy.
Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley is correct. Jimmy,
no.
again, continuing the hot streak here. Have not answered one wrong yet.
No, I haven't.
Very good.
It's on fire.
Question 3. In 1985, Villanova won the national championship. They were the lowest seed ever to win the NCAA championship. What was their seed?
The 11th seed?
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
14th.
Incorrect.
Never, pal.
Never know. Just throwing out a number.
10th.
I think that's correct. Is that correct?
Oh, my God.
Jimmy?
It's rigged.
Is 10? 8 was correct. 8. It was 8 or 10. It was in my head. 8 was incorrect. All of you guys got it wrong. Actually, I probably would have got it wrong too because I wrote these a long time ago. But 8 is the correct answer. Now, question 4. What was the first 16 seed to beat a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament? It happened in 2018.
The Golden Bears.
What's this college?
That's a good question. Oh.
That isn't even their mascot, so that was wrong.
Yeah. Oh, it's not? What? I'm settling.
First 16.
There you guys.
I was gonna say FTU, but that was recently, I think.
It's not
FTU was a
FTU.
15 seed.
Oh,
Almost.
It was not FTU.
Nah, I'm
You
shocked.
got it?
Don't know.
It was the UMBC.
Hey, UMBC.
God, UMBC beat
Oh, I knew it.
Virginia. The Retrievers is their college name.
Retrievers.
The Retrievers. The Retrievers.
I sounded really confident.
So
That's
we're
fine.
almost now
Sorry.
through the
That's all that
game.
matters.
Let's look at the scores. We're going to get them in real quick. Jimmy has 50.
I went down.
Alex, you have negative 75.
Sweet.
And Nick, you also have negative 75.
My
Scoreboard.
Nick and Alex
My
are battling over here. Jimmy
on.
still has
It's still close.
at least positive points.
He's no
How much
fun.
are these worth?
It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged.
It's anybody's game. It's 100 points this round. So you guys can get right
Points
back
up.
into it. And now it's the volleyball rounds.
Lost
Nick,
me.
I know you're waiting for this one.
I've been waiting.
It's a volleyball category. You guys all
Way to get involved, man.
should hopefully know these ones. So question 1. What team won the women's volleyball NCAA championship this season?
Penn State.
Penn State is correct. Nick
Give me that.
gets on the board. There you go. Here's your round, Nick. Question 2. Who invented the sport of volleyball?
Yeah, come on, Nick.
LeBron James.
That is incorrect.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I am pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure. Is that correct? Is that incorrect? That is incorrect.
Nick,
That's
you
a
got
good
it.
guess. I'll keep my points here. I don't know it.
You're no fun, bro.
The correct answer
Free
is
t-shirt.
William G. Morgan.
You went to high school with him.
Guys, I'm 22 years old. I have
Actually-
no idea what this guy's talking about.
Fun fact, it was actually called Mitsonet, a name derived from the game of badminton, which he later agreed to change to better reflect the nature of the sport. I think, Nick, you know that one, right?
Yeah.
There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
What's your best friend?
All right. Question 3. What year was volleyball recognized as an Olympic sport?
The same year Nick graduated middle school, 1944.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
Anyone else? Jimmy?
1967.
1967.
You know, I'll
High
guess as
school.
well.
I think that's incorrect.
1986.
1986, incorrect. I'm not. 1964 was the correct
Was that close?
answer.
I was.
You're the closest,
Still
Jimmy.
wrong, pal.
You were the closest. And now question 4. What is the official height of the men's volleyball net in international competitions?
Like 6'7"? Feet?
No, that's incorrect.
7 feet 11 inches.
That is incorrect.
And like 3/4.
I should know this. I'm a ref. I'm gonna go. If I reach my arm up,
Hey, you're short.
It's probably
That's right.
hold on. It's probably like 8 foot 1 inch.
That is, I think, the closest it was. There's about 8 feet. We're gonna give it to you.
Yes!
So I
It's
said
rigged,
about
it's
8
rigged.
feet,
Yes.
Nick. We're gonna give it to you. That's
Let's
2
go.
questions right in this category.
Appreciate it.
That's crazy.
Told you.
But there you go. If you said around 8 feet, and I was like, all right, we gotta give it to Amir.
Thank you for
So
that.
after our final round, let's look at the scores before we get into the big and final
That's right.
question. Jimmy now has negative 150.
Talk about it.
That's right.
Alex now has negative 375.
That's my dog right there.
I'm playing golf.
And Nick, now you are in the lead with 25 points.
Let's go.
But now-
I never knew you could be negative.
Our
That's
final
sad.
category is women's volleyball history. So now you guys can put the buzzers down.
Thank God.
You're going to pick up the board,
This board?
and you're going to wager points right now. So you can all wager up to 500 points.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
So Nick, right now you're in the lead with 25. You have the positive points here. You kind of have the advantage if you think they're going to get it wrong or not.
What are their scores again? Can you go over their scores?
What's the scores again? Jimmy has negative 150, and Alex has negative 375,
Negative 375.
and you have 25.
And they can wager a max of 500?
Yes, you
500.
can
Have
wager
some fun.
a match.
I'm trying to win.
Max of 500.
I like to win.
Nick's the competitive one here. He had a comeback right now.
I'll wager.
Don't say what you're
Hey,
gonna
yeah, say it
wager.
out loud for everybody.
Don't say what
pal.
you wager, and don't turn around. Don't turn your board around yet, because we are gonna have to get into the final question. Jimmy, I know you're done. Alex,
Boring. I'm done. Yeah.
Nick, you still thinking?
Yeah, I got it.
You can erase your name too. Because you're gonna have to write the answer down. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Nick's erasing still, but we're
I'm
gonna
good.
All right, ready. All right. Final question here for all the points, potentially the winner, which would be the winner. Who is the current coach of the USA Women's Volleyball? Who is the current USA volleyball team and is regarded as one, if not the best volleyball player of all time after winning gold in 1984 and the 1988 Olympics?
1984.
You guys got time to think about this. Sweet. Current women's coach, again, and won. He won. I'll give you that. He won in 1984 and 1988.
It's not this. We should really know this one.
You guys got an answer? We'll start with Alex because you have the least amount of points here.
Sweet.
Are you ready, Alex?
Yes.
Who did you answer?
I wagered 500 points and I
Okay.
answered Nick's mom.
Nick's mom is incorrect.
Damn.
She
Now-
actually never played volleyball, Alex.
And now we're going to go with Jimmy.
I
Jimmy,
wagered 100 and I said Gabby Rodriguez.
that is wrong. And now Nick.
Jimmy's a smart man because I wagered 350 and I think I got it wrong. I put John Spara, but he's the men's national team coach, I believe.
That is incorrect as well. It is Karch Chiarli.
Yeah, I heard
That
of
is who the coach is of the women's national volleyball team. And now the points totals, if I'm not in third place, Alex, you have negative 875. That is a new record here on RHSN.
Hey, let's clap it up.
Let's clap it up for
My
Alex.
name's going down in history books.
Now
go,
in
Alex.
second place, Nick, you're in second place with
Yeah.
negative 325. Damn. And that means Jimmy wins with negative 250. Here,
Congrats, bro.
and here's the shirt that you're gonna receive. The winner's shirt, as you can see. And there you go.
Thank you.
Hold it up to the camera so that. What do you have to say?
I'm
You
a-
just want RHSN the show.
I'm about to wear this to practice. Just let the boys know who the real winner is, and thank you.
You're not getting set today, pal.
All right, and that's going to be it from RHSN the show. My name is Thomas Gaffney Jr. My first time here hosting the show. Hopefully I could do it again, but Vincent Bacone will be back next time. Thank you guys for coming on. It was an absolute blast. You guys have fun?
Of
Hey,
course.
you
Yes,
killed
sir,
it.
man.
so
You
much.
killed it
Thanks
for
for
your
having
ass.
us.
Thank
Let's
you.
give a round of applause for my dog.
Thank you so much, Alex. But my name is Thomas Gaffney Jr., and have a good day, everybody.